So welcome back to our video series about Sunmarke School's incredible internship program. I'm joined here by Hassan. Thank you for joining us, Hassan. And he's going to talk to us about his brilliant experience at the Pullman Hotel. Hassan, have you ever had an internship experience before?
No, this is my first time going into this type of thing.
Okay, so I mean, that in itself is great, isn't it? Because you don't know what to expect. And it could be brilliant, it could be terrifying, or it could be anything in between those things. What was it that appealed to you about going to the Pullman Hotel?
At first, it sounded really fun, and then as I thought more about it, I thought it'd be really nice to serve customers, tend to their needs, and really engage with them. So, yeah.
That's great, isn't it? And I think that sense of service is something which resonates for us at Fortis Education very powerfully. But in terms of your own studies and the future plan, what kind of area of study are you interested in? What are your subjects and what are you hoping eventually to get into?
I'm taking 3 A-levels right now, currently politics, business, and sociology. And in university, I'm going to apply for business management.
Okay, so your approach was very much to say, and this is so important for people to hear, that you're looking at the subjects that you're studying, you're looking at what you're going to do at university, and then of course whatever happens after that in a few years' time. And for you that was to say, right, I'm interested in business. So talk to me about that. How did you, when you were thinking about Pullman, what was it about your understanding of business that made you think a hotel would be the best place for me to go to?
A hotel, it's more like basics of business, like customers and their wants and needs and how to deal with their problems.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's basically what.
Yeah, I mean, in a hotel, you're slamming into facing your customer, aren't you? It's not like there's some distant person, a million miles away that is buying a product. You're actually there in front of them, and if they're not happy, then you know about that. So what kind of roles were you involved in when you were in Pullman?
So I worked in the restaurant that was at Pullman. It's called Brothas, and I started from, they had me washing dishes at the start.
Brilliant.
And then as the days progressed, I got to do more stuff. I took orders and delivered food to their customers.
Yeah, that's great. That in itself is a journey, isn't it? Yeah. So when you're talk me through that experience. So you're going to wash dishes. Now, I've also been on this journey, Hassan. I've also worn those shoes and those rubber gloves and dishcloths as I'm doing that. But in terms of starting at quite a humble beginning in that experience, what was going through your mind? Did you say, what am I going to learn about business by doing this? Or did you have other thoughts?
At first, I thought that it was a bit useless. And then I was talking to more of the employees, they were telling me, everyone has to start from somewhere. You can't just jump to the top. You have to work towards the top, and that's what they had me do. So
yeah, so a lesson in humility, I suppose, to start with, and that's really good, a really good thing to do. So after you graduated from that, you then moved on to actually facing customers and interacting with them. How did that feel?
It felt really good. So if you got the feeling you get from doing a successful order and not messing up or forgetting what someone wrote, it just feels really good to see if you got it right and that they're happy with your service. It's
interesting, isn't it? Because here in your studies, you're working very hard, you're doing very well, and so you're getting feedback all the time from your teachers, and you're obviously producing your own work. But it feels different when you're in the workplace, doesn't it? What makes it feel different? I mean, it's the same. You're trying to complete a task. Is somebody pleased with you? Yes or no? But actually, it's different in the workplace. What makes that difference, do you think?
It's just the jump. It just feels like you're more this is real life. It's like it's happening to you right now, and I don't know.
I suppose you've reached a point in your life, Hassan, that actually school is coming to an end.
Yeah.
You can almost reach out and touch the end of school, and so you're becoming increasingly aware of, as you've just said, real life. School is also real life, but it's a very particular kind of life, and you've been in it for many years, whereas suddenly you're going to go into something else. Is there anything that you think, in terms of the experience that you had, that you at Pullman, that you think, I wish I'd have done that differently or approached that differently? If I did it all again from scratch, this is what I would do. Is there anything like that?
If I did it all again, I think one of the main things I would do is ask more questions to the employees and like just hear like where they started from and like what they had to do and like how to create the best possible service.
And what would have made you want to do that? So is it because you're wanting to discover other people's journey, or is it because you feel that you could learn something about how your journey should be different, perhaps? What?
Yeah, I think it was more about finding out for myself, like if I really enjoy this, like what you have to do, like the steps you have to take to be able to get to that position.
Yeah, to actually understand which rung of the ladder am I on, and which rung are you on, and how many rungs are there in between to go through. I get it. Well, I think that's really good advice to give people that are looking at internships, to take the opportunity to understand not only their own involvement or some other person's, but actually how do I get there, and what are the ups and downs of that particular journey. Well, clearly you had a very successful internship, Hassan. Very many congratulations on doing that, and thank you for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you.
Thanks.